Hi, welcome back to Dial of Twang. I'm Dave. This is a quick follow up and kind of a supplement to that lesson from yesterday. And if you haven't seen that one, that's okay. But you might want to go back and look at it if you're interested in this topic. And that is switching, alternating, and blending as well, um, major and minor pentatonic. Now, we talked about the concept of this and a little bit of kind of like, I guess, the math of kind of how it works out and stuff a little bit yesterday. And today I'm just going to kind of jump right in and show you a few moves here that I think will really put you on the path to working out a lot of this for yourself. Now, minor pentatonic, so we're using this same backing track as yesterday too, which is like a G7 vamp kind of. Okay. G minor pentatonic. Now, the difference there is still playing the same sequence of notes. I'm just going instead of. Okay, so maybe you've already kind of worked that out, but that's a good little example of what you want to be doing to learn your fretboard, right? Is take a pattern that you know and then, do the cross referencing and the work to play those same notes on different string sets and things in different positions and maybe different registers, higher and lower octaves of the same sequences. And, you'll just make your own pathways that way. But the one that I like to use a lot is this. Right? So here's what I'm doing there. I'm starting with my middle finger on the D, the C note, actually. And there you go. And sliding up two. And then back down with that same finger, okay? And just playing kind of a little rest, a little syncopation there at the end of it. A little funky, feel there at the end. And then just play around with different phrasings or how you land it, at different times around. There's one. Just go back up. Okay. Now, see what that sounds like with the track. Doesn't have to be exactly what I just played, but that's a good little move. Remember to go up with this finger. Now, check this out. Okay, so what just happened there? Well, as we talked about yesterday, one quick way, get off of there, one quick way to alternate between minor and major is to take your, whatever you're playing, the sequence or the lick even, that you're playing for minor and move it down 3 frets. So if we're going, we're going to be. Now, notice I didn't come down and land on that one. You could, but that note's not going to be as solid as a root or a fifth or a third, right? And up here, when we came back down, we're on that G root, okay? So, right, that's kind of weird playing an open string on your last note, right? Because you don't have much control over how long that's going to last or something. So sometimes I go, here's a little trick for that. I just slide that sucker right on back to home base there. You know, and that actually adds an embellishment that sounds cool too. Yeah. Okay, don't always have to land on the root, but you know, your ear when you're mapping a lot of this stuff out at first, it's a good thing, and the fifth as well. Um, but don't be afraid to lean on those roots at first. Now, so that's one kind of. Another thing you can do is slide back up to the third. Right, that's a good note. Now, that one, I want to really point something out as well about that is that in minor pentatonic, that's the note in that sequence, okay? In major, it's that major third. And that's really the thing that creates that kind of magic about alternating with these two scales. As you've got that's the kind of it gravitates towards that major sound because of that third, and then you go back to that minor pentatonic, and it's got more of a bluesy feel or something really, um, you know, kind of synergistic about that. Something that's more than the sum of its parts, right? And this shows up in all popular styles of rock, blues, country. It's just really a staple of any kind of playing in those styles. So here's the other little piece I wanted to show you as far as shapes go. And I like to put things in shapes and refer to things as shapes. And the bigger shapes are just a bunch of smaller shapes, you know, globbed together or whatever, right? So I like to break things down in that way. This is kind of how my brain works for it. And I call this one the house shape. A little clumsy there. So here's the four corners of the house, and then there's the point of the roof, right? Well, that works out great for minor pentatonic right there. And you can put some little partial bends in there. Now, well, let's just leave that track on. How about that? So, now move that one 3 doors down. as elaborate with that as you want, but you don't need to. The last little piece I played there, you know, I'll break some more stuff down to you, as we go on these topics. The ones that I showed you really laid them out kind of slowly. Focus on those right now, if those, fit where you are with this process. And then if you already have a lot of stuff under your fingers for major and minor pentatonic, then focus more on the concept and use your own musical choices and language to utilize this method. Okay. The essential thing here is that you're alternating between not just those visual shapes, but that sound of that major third. And then, okay. And use this backing track or others that are real simple that either stay on one chord or they just do kind of a 1/4 thing or something. And those are really good because you don't have to chase down a lot of, different chord tones and things throughout the progression. You just kind of let that groove get behind you and almost kind of forget about it, and then you can really start working out your own phrasings and leave spaces and let that bass line, listen to the bass line, then play a little answer to that and stuff like that. And just a few pointers for using this backing track. And yeah, this will take you far if you just kind of relax and really let this soak in. And let me know how you're doing with it. Leave me some comments or something and some suggestions, and we'll keep working this thing out. All right. Take care.